Today when I say I'm going to tell you 3 habits that are ruining your life, I'm not going to tell you the simple ones. I'm not going to tell you the ones you already know about. I'm going to be audacious. I'm going to go deep. I'm going to go far into things you might not even realise are fucking your life. I've said most of these before, but still, I want to share them with you on one specific video so you can keep easy track of everything else that might be ruining your life. And for those of you who don't know, you're ruining your life by watching porn, smoking weed and drinking alcohol and all these other things. I could make a huge long list and a huge long video of 50 ways you're fucking your life, and 49 of them would be the generic things you have already heard before. Maybe there'd be 2 to 6 that you haven't heard before. So I'm not going to waste your time telling you the ones you already know are bad for you. Instead, I'm going to go into a realm you possibly haven't discovered or experienced before. So number 1 is very, very simple. Number 1 is not having a circadian rhythm. And I've talked about this before. I've talked about not having a circadian rhythm in a video before. So I'll briefly explain what a circadian rhythm is. But if you want to see that video, I'm linking the video. It's the sleep one. I'm linking it down below underneath my Instagram app. So it'll be the first link under the Instagram app. So the circadian rhythm is essentially your body clock that tells you when to go to sleep. So it's like a specific time you get tired. Let's say I go to bed at 9 o'clock every day and wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day. My circadian rhythm will start making me tired at like 8:30 because it knows in half an hour it should be getting rest and going to sleep. Obviously you can prolong this, but it's not good. And every single day you can push it back an hour, but again, it's not good. Imagine this, you go to bed at 9 for a week, and then next week you go to bed at 10, you wake up at 6, the next week you go to bed at 11, wake up at 7, and the next week you go to bed at midnight, and the next week you go to bed at 1. Well, you're going to wake up at 7 and you're not going to be used to it. Or you're going to wake up at 9, you're going to try to go to bed at 9, but you've only been up 12 hours. Your body clock isn't synced to be tired at that time. So the circadian rhythm is super crucial. Like I said, I explain more in a sleep video. It's even got chapters so you can teleport straight to it, essentially. So number 1, not having a circadian rhythm is indirectly ruining your life. And number 2 is eating too many carbs. And obviously I made a video on this yesterday, but again I'll link it below. If you are not eating very small amount of carbs, you're having brain fog, you're having all of these bad things that are happening to you. You're going to have more bloating, you're going to have more issues. You're not going to have issues with putting on mass, but it's going to be like glycogen muscles. So your muscles aren't going to be shredded, they're not going to be muscular, they're going to puff up, look big, but in reality they're going to be soft like a cheek, So eating too many carbs might give you the illusion of looking bigger, but it will also give you the illusion of looking fatter. Especially if you're not burning off these carbs, if you're just storing them for another time because you think you're a professional footballer or something, it's not going to work, alright? It really won't. And like I said, I won't go into too much depth because I have a video on it. There will be the second link after the Instagram. Very simple. Stop eating so many carbs. It literally change your life in 7 days. I say 7 days to be generous. If you go from 100 grams of pasta a day to 0, like that, your brain fog will disappear like that. You'll think clearer, you'll think more intellectually, and you'll be smarter. Don't know what happens, boys. You'll think clearer, you'll think more intellectually, you'll think more smarter, more thorough. All of these things will come in 1 day. The reason I said 7 days is because it gives you more opportunity to realise the impacts. I apologise for that. My throat should be back to normal now. Fucking phlegm, man. It's that time of year, it just ruins you. Doesn't matter how immune you are, you still get phlegm. It's just literally mucus. You can't do anything about it. Whatever, do like that. Yeah, so number 2, like I said, I'm going to keep it brief. Literally just start cutting carbs. You're eating too many. And if you can't avoid carbs, like I said, Stick to whole meal products. Stick to brown bread, brown pasta, brown rice, brown everything over white, starchy shit. And number 3 is you trust too easily. You trust in people too easily. You have how many friends? You have hundreds of friends, I'd go as far as to say. You trust each and every single one of them. What for? You tell them your secrets. They're going to share them, of course they are. They're not your actual friends. They're these half-assed friends. They're these friends that half care. The reason they care is probably because you got one good quality thing that they want from you. You have too many friends and you trust them too much. You'd give them your bank card and say spend a fiver and they'd spend £5.50. I wouldn't. You know that. I wouldn't. You tell me to spend a fiver, I'd spend £4 at most. Honestly. But you trust these people to actually stay within these realms. You'd be like, oh, it's only 50p over, it doesn't matter. That's what they say to you. They want something from you. You shouldn't trust all of your friends. You shouldn't have hundreds of friends. You should have 4, 5, 6, 7 friends that you fully trust. And you should try and have a community, a very strong brotherhood working alongside you so you can grow together and trust each other in a realm that you can't even trust some of your friends, man. We have a brotherhood. We have a very, very good, very, very strong, very, very powerful brotherhood. Third link in the description. I won't say much more. Check it out for yourself. It's where I've been learning. And you lot should be learning as well. You lot should be up here on the stage with me. Don't miss out on the opportunity to get on the stage. You need to find a community you actually trust. You need to find friends you actually trust. You need to stop trusting everybody and stick to people you actually know and care about. People you've known for a decade, who you can actually trust, who you've been there and trusted them the entire time, and you made sure that you've had their trust for decades and they have your trust for decades. Those are the friends you want to keep. Everyone else you made over school, who you only talk to like once a week, you don't really care about them. Don't be friends with them. You can know them, you can respect them, you can get along with them, but you don't have to be friends with everybody. If you are friends with everybody, you're making a fatal mistake. And you'll tell them your most private and personal information and they will backstab you when they get a little bit upset with you. Do you want to be that motherfucker who makes that stupid mistake? Or are you going to listen and you're going to have, like I said, 4 good friends who you tell? It can even be 2 or 1 good friends that you tell. But you make sure that you don't tell anybody you don't trust about key positive information about yourself. If you think they're going to spread it, they're not your friend. If you think that person and that person, they're likely to spread it, don't tell them they're not your friends. I'll tell you that right now from a position of love for you. Not in a gay way, obviously. Probably not allowed to say that. No homo. How about that? Not in a homo way, but literally. Because I care about you. You're my viewer, I care about you. I don't want you to be fucking up with these stupid mistakes. So in conclusion, the 3, 1, 2, 3, there. Make sure to take note and make sure to practice these so you're not falling down something that everybody else is. Because these 3 mistakes are common. So common. But nobody thinks they are mistakes. That's why I'm giving them to you, brother. If you've watched this far into the video, you have something special. And I think you certainly should check out that 3rd link. Because you might actually have a chance with our brotherhood.